Joining us right now this morning, a person who has covered New Jersey politics for 3 decades, political analyst and author of the book Lessons in Leadership, Steve Adubato. Nice to have you back on Good Day New York.
Rosanna, always great to be with a Good Day team.
All right, so Steve, what are you hearing on this election?
This is historic. It is amazing. It is something that shows that polls are absurd, polls are off, and polls do not reflect and understand particularly what New Jersey's suburban voters or national suburban voters are thinking. The Democrats have moved way too far to the left. The progressive agenda, bringing in Bernie Sanders. When Murphy brought in Bernie Sanders, he sent a powerful message. Yeah, it energized some Democrats, but a lot of middle-of-the-road, more independent Democrats were turned off. The Democrats got a powerful message. Even if Murphy wins, Rosanna, New Jersey is now in play. It is not such a blue state like Massachusetts. It is a purple state, and there are at least 2 congressional races in New Jersey next year that the Democrats hold now that could potentially change the power dynamics in Washington in the House of Representatives. This is a huge race.
All right, so Steve, listen, everybody's wondering when we're going to get the results in the gubernatorial election. And of course, you know, there's memes and trending on Twitter is like, here come the Democrats with the bags of ballots. I mean, what's going on? What do we know?
I got texts from Republican friends today who said, hey, I hear the northern urban counties are coming in. When are they going to steal the election? Look, I know that people have questions about election integrity, and I hope and pray that everything is done the right way, and I want to believe that. And if, in fact, Murphy squeaks it out, because Essex County, my hometown, I'm in Montclair, if he squeaks it out, I believe that it's because urban voters came out for him and those votes were counted late. I do understand people questioning it, but there's no legitimate reason to do that. It's going to be several days. There'll be a court fight. There'll be a recount. This is going to go on for days. But even if Murphy wins, he is going to have a very hard time governing. And the other one who was not on the ballot, real quick, Joe Biden, a massive loser in New Jersey and Virginia because he brought the Democrats down because of his inability to move Congress on this Build Back Better initiative. The Dems have failed miserably in Congress, and it's hurting other Democrats across the country.
So, Steve, let me ask you, though, why is it that when we deal with, like, mail-in ballots, they lean heavily Democratic?
Okay, so
why is that?
Most Democrats, approximately 1/3, Rosanna, of the votes came in mail balloting before Election Day. For some weird reason, Democrats push their voters, older voters, right, senior citizens, to mail in the ballots. Republicans historically like to go to the polls. I happened to go with my wife yesterday to the polls. Doesn't mean we're Republicans, but we like voting. But the ease for a lot of people who are who are homebound, who have a hard time getting out, particularly when the weather's bad, they want to protect their vote. They happen to be in urban areas. They skew Democratic. So, yes, it's going to be confusing for people if Chitterelli is ahead. He's going to win the vote in the election in terms of the machines, but he could potentially lose the vote when all those mail-in ballots are counted, mostly Dems. And by the way, P.S. Donald Trump, both Chitterelli and Youngkin in Virginia, they kept him. They gave him a political stiff arm. Stay away, Mr. President. That is going to say powerful things about Republicans moving forward, because Trump was not popular in New Jersey, and I don't think he would have helped in Virginia. Republicans have a lot to think about it as well.
Interesting. Okay, what about nursing homes and education? How did that play out at the polls yesterday?
So, Rosanna, you interviewed these candidates before. I got a chance to do half-hour interviews with them on public broadcasting, and I will tell you, I kept asking the governor, did you make a mistake, Governor Murphy? Did you make a mistake by sending those people back to nursing homes when the nursing homes couldn't protect them with the PPE? And the nursing home owners were saying, we can't do this. And Murphy's told me several times, and other journalists, no, it was the nursing home's responsibility. The truth is the state should have assured that those people were safe. 8,000 plus people died. I'm not putting that on the governor, but I wanted the governor to own it. Chitterelli hit him on it. And the other thing that Murphy said, again, if taxes are your issue, New Jersey's probably not your state. That's not a great soundbite, and Jack Chitterelli hit that as well. So property taxes, nursing homes, and education, kids in schools, not in schools, school board meetings, that all helped Jack Chitterelli tap into suburban frustration in New Jersey. And Youngkin in Virginia as well.
Gotcha. Steve Adubato, we appreciate your perspective this morning. So we need to take a chill pill. You don't think we're going to have a result in the gubernatorial election for a few days?
One that people trust could take a really long time, but an official result, at least a few days. Thank you, Rosanna.
Thanks, Steve.